Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Got a neat little product for you today. This is the Cooper's Bay double arc rechargeable lighter with a built-in flashlight feature. Now I know what you're thinking. That looks like a gimmick. Nope, it's the real thing. This is not a gimmick. Let me just say, Cooper's Bay is an online Etsy shop. I have bought a handful of items from them, and I believe, although I'm not 100% sure, I believe that the vast majority of their products are actually made by a company, most likely in China, or maybe various companies, which then put the Cooper's Bay logo on the products. I don't believe Cooper's Bay itself makes the products, but I could be wrong. I will say this though, I've gotten very fast shipping from them. And as usual, I have to point out, not sponsored. Everything I've bought from Cooper's Bay, I've literally purchased with my own money. They do not send me free products. They do not sponsor me. Nobody sponsors me. Nobody owns me. And they have not sent me any money at all. This is, as usual, guys, my channel, you get genuine, independent product reviews. And if you have any doubts about that, I guarantee you by the end of this review, I'm going to eliminate those doubts. Let's start out with the flashlight feature first. This is not the first lighter I've seen that incorporates a flashlight, but it is so far the best designed combination lighter and flashlight that I've seen. And that's the key word, designed. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to explain a little bit later on in the video. But yeah, let's start out with the flashlight. This is the very first product I've ever gotten that incorporates a flashlight, but no lumens numbers, absolutely none. All I can tell you, you get high, low, and strobe. As usual, guys, there will be some specs in the description box below, not a lot, and you're going to see why a little bit later on. But yeah, if you're interested in specs, you know where to find them. I will say this, high is surprisingly high. Surprisingly high. You get a pretty major amount of light. And then there's low and strobe. So let me just demonstrate that now. Yeah. Here's high mode. And there's my camera very quickly adjusting for the output. Yeah, high is a hell of a lot more impressive than what you're seeing here. Switch it off, clicky switch right here. Here's low mode, and yes, there is a very fast flicker. This is something you get with some LED flashlights. Some people are more sensitive to it than others. Low mode, very practical, very useful. All right, click that off. Guys, strobe warning in 3, 2, 1. And here's the thing, what you're seeing on camera, yeah, that's not accurate. The strobe is significantly faster than what you're seeing on camera. For some odd reason, my camera can't really pick it up properly. But in real life, this strobe is quite a bit faster. All right, let's switch that off. Strobe is off. And this flashlight, rather weird feature. Most flashlights with multi-modes either have a memory feature, meaning there's a certain sequence they follow. First click on this is going to be high. Second, low. Third, strobe. And if a flashlight has a memory feature, that would mean, well, you could turn it off on a different mode than the first one, in this case being high. And then when you turn it back on, it will be in that mode. For example, let's just say that you want the flashlight to switch on in low mode instead of high. Okay, you would initially turn the flashlight on high the very first time, then click off, click it back on, it's in low mode, click it off, okay. The very next time you click it on, it's going to be low mode instead of high. Memory feature. Well, this has a memory feature, only it's, it doesn't really work right. I mean, if it had no memory feature, it would always be first setting, always. This case, always on high. Nope. Memory feature, whatever mode you switched it off at the last time you used it, it will switch on in that mode. Not this one. If you want low mode to switch on the next time you use this, you have to switch it off on high. And then no matter how long the flashlight is off, the very next time that you switch it on, that's when you get low mode. Yeah. And it progresses from there. So let's say you've done that, and then later on, maybe a few days later, hour later, you switch it on and you get the low mode that you wanted. Fantastic. Now let's say you switch it off at low mode. Well, guess what? The very next time you switch it on, it's going to go to the next mode after low, which is going to be strobe. So all of a sudden, maybe you're thinking, okay, low mode, and then you get strobe. Yeah. Like I said, it has a memory feature, but it's a busted memory feature. All right. Here, you have a place for a lanyard, and you do get a very inexpensive lanyard leash that you can use. You also get a USB charger. Nothing fancy, but you do get those two accessories. Now, to open it, there's this latch here that has a silicone strip across the top. That helps keep the latch in place. What you do, you don't push down, you take your thumb and you roll the latch down. And if the latch refuses to cooperate, you can always grab the sides and pull it down. There we go. Press here, and this pops open. And there you have the lighter insert. Now, this insert does not pull out. You can't pull this out. It's stuck in there, it's not moving. Let's see here. Right there. That's where you plug it in to recharge the lighter. 2 hours charging time for the lighter, 3 hours to charge up the flashlight. Normally, with a double arc lighter or electric lighter, the on button is going to be somewhere here, not this. It's right there, that tiny button. So you do have to be careful not to accidentally slip forward as you're pressing it. But here we go. And this does come from Cooper's Bay with a charge. Press the button, let go, and it instantly switches off. Now, I like that. With a lot of lighters like this one, what you're supposed to do is press the button, it turns on, you let go, and it stays on for a few seconds. And I get it. A lot of people are going to like that. I don't. Personally, I like a lighter that switches off when I take my finger off of it, like a Bic lighter. So I definitely like that feature. And you get a light here that switches on to let you know that it's on. How effective is this? Very effective for lighting paper on fire. Very effective. Close this up. Good snap. Push this up. Roll it forward. There we go. And there you have it. Now, this is not the sort of lighter that you would toss into an emergency survival kit because, yeah, it uses a rechargeable battery on the inside that you don't have access to, obviously. But yeah, this is a rechargeable combination flashlight and battery. The flashlight and battery are both rechargeable. One port for both. That's perfectly fine. And yeah, so because of the fact that it's rechargeable, you don't want to just toss this into a survival kit and forget about it and, oh, it's going to work when you need it. No, this is not a Bic lighter. You can toss a Bic lighter into a survival kit, not use it for a decade, forget years, a decade or longer. Find the kit, flick your Bic, and it's still going to work. I'm talking from experience. This is going to be dead long ago if you try to do that. So this is not for a survival kit. This is something to take with you on a hike or a camping trip or as an EDC lighter. Like I said, this does come in black, not just orange. So you do have that option. If you're someone who really wants to maximize your minimalist EDC lifestyle, there you go. You got a combination lighter and flashlight in one. I will say this, 2 is 1, 1 is none when it comes to flashlights. Seriously. Even if you live a minimalist lifestyle, I do not advocate carrying only one flashlight, but some people will be like, okay, this will be my one and my backup flashlight will be the flashlight feature on my phone. Fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, EDC purposes, you got 2 things covered, a lighter and a flashlight. Great for taking with you on a planned hike, planned camping trip, or planned outdoor excursion. Not good for tossing into a survival kit, because the rechargeable battery in here, that's going to be dead. So you guys are probably thinking that I'm going to recommend this guy. And yeah, I'm not sure if I said it earlier in the video or not, but I have seen combination flashlight and lighter before. This is the best incorporation of both I've ever seen in a single unit. Absolutely the best one. Fantastically designed. Not fantastically made, because there is a problem. I know you guys can't tell because you can't reach into your monitor or you can't reach into your cell phone and touch this like I am. This orange, that's not plastic. I mean, yes, companies will call it plastic. This isn't plastic. This is something I've encountered before, and it's ticking me off because this, as soon as I touched it for the first time, I knew. I just knew. And yeah, what I knew isn't a good thing. Technically, this is plastic, but it's not traditional ABS plastic. It's some sort of modern day rubberized, slight silicone feeling plastic. That's what it feels like. Slightly rubberized, slightly silicone-ish plastic. And yeah, I've encountered this before. It's a modern day type of plastic. And here's the problem with it. Because after a few months or a couple of years, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, this thing breaks down. Now, it's not going to disintegrate on you. No. Imagine if I took this, the outside orange portion, and I took a very thin brush, and I took some honey. Yep, actual honey. And I coated the entire orange portion with a thin layer of honey. And then I left it out to air dry. And then you come along and you pick it up and it's like, ooh, this is sticky. Why is it sticky? That's what happens. No, there's not some weirdo going around brushing honey on this thing. This plastic breaks down. It breaks down in months, couple of years, it varies. But this breaks down to the point where you pick it up and it feels like it's coated in a thin layer of sticky honey. And that is just a miserable feeling. Now, thankfully, that stickiness does not stay on your fingers. But every product you pick up made from this god-awful plastic, yeah, it's gonna feel sticky. It's gonna feel horrible. Not much you can do. I actually have an umbrella in which the handle is made from this stuff. What did I do? I took some clear, thin packing tape and I wrapped the handle. And that fixed it. It looks ugly as hell, but it still works. And I can go out in the middle of a rainstorm and hold on to the handle without feeling like I'm gripping something coated in freaking honey. I mean, seriously. I have no clue what this type of plastic is, but I know what it feels like. Oh yeah, I know what it feels like. So I bought this wonderful, useful double arc electric lighter for about 18 bucks. And in a couple of months, if I'm lucky, in a couple of years, although usually months, this is going to break down and it's going to be sticky as hell and it's going to be worthless. Because unlike a cylindrical umbrella handle, I can't just wrap this in tape and, oh, it's good. No, I'm going to have to toss this in the garbage. So yeah, this design is absolutely excellent. Unfortunately, the execution is piss poor. Yeah. Oh, and this type of plastic, same as this strip, it attracts dust and dirt like you wouldn't believe. But that's secondary compared to the stickiness. So this one, yeah, avoid it, guys. Absolutely avoid it. I ended up buying a metal cased double arc lighter from a different Etsy seller. At least I know that one will last. This one, it's destined for the garbage can. Yeah. Yeah. Waste of money, absolutely avoid. It ticked me off. Guys, stay safe out there. It's still dangerous. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.